Okay, I guess I'm live now. Let me just check my live split. Okay, everything looks good. I'm using the right layout this time, which is great. Okay, awesome. Ready to start. This is Super Mario RPG, category just any percent, beat the game as fast as possible. There's no credits warps in this game or anything like that, so we're looking at like a 3-hour run. Sub 3 in a marathon, I've done 3 or 4 times. Let's see if I can do it again. I'm playing the Japanese version because it's 10 minutes faster when you consider like text speed and stuff like that. But those 10 minutes are going to be made up because the Culex fight incentive got met, which I'm going to be doing after the run is over. So anyway, since this is JRTA timing, I'm just going to do a fake start here, which means rip John Madden file name. 3, 2, 1, go. So, since this is JRTA timing, timer goes from power on right up until the end of the credits. So it's going to match with the opening there, and make my file name, you know what, I'll be LCC today. So first thing I'm going to do in the speedrun is, there's one battle that you have to do inside Bowser's Keep that's mandatory, which is the 4 Terrapin fight. The speedruns of this game, we try to manipulate the RNG by attacking them on a certain frame, which means that you can kind of like reduce the number of times that they attack you. I'm going to be going for 0 punch manip, which is not that easy to do like in a marathon setting, so I'm about like 50-50 on it, so let's see what happens. More Game Boy camera! Shoutouts to Justin. We did a co-op run of this game together at Buckeye Speed Bash, and he's commentated 2 of my marathon runs very recently at Chocathon X and S2CTW. Yo, what's up everybody in the chat? Hope y'all are enjoying the marathon. Hope y'all are throwing lots of money at it. Okay. Run to the next room. Oh wow, didn't mess up the first room. Hallelujah. Here we go. So I'm going to be trying to attack them on a specific frame of their animation. That might have been a little too late. Ooh, I think I hit that at like 1 frame too late. Oh no, I didn't. Did I do that one right? Oh, let's go! 0 punchman? Now, this is gonna be a good run, I hope. Okay, first trick of the game, and I got it. Now, time to mess up every single one of the rest of them. That's like the 3rd or the 4th time I've gotten 0 punch manip in a marathon, so I'm like 50-50 on that Tekken marathon run, so I'm happy it worked out for me this time. Yeah, this game is in Japanese because it's just faster. Like, normally you want to play this game in English because the script is hilarious, but like, we're not really reading the script in a speedrun, we're mashing through it, so why not just like go the whole 9 yards and just like play the Japanese version? That's what I'm doing here. So like, minor note, I'm using the jump attack because like, it's slower, but also 2 jump attacks timed or untimed will kill the King Link. And, interesting note about the jump attack in this game is that every time you use it, it powers up that attack by a little bit more, so that's why I did like 36 and then 37. That's not RNG, that's actually the attack powering up every second time you use it. That is the only attack in the game that works that way. You'll notice that like in other fights, most of the damage that I'm doing that doesn't use a weapon is never changing. It's always a static amount unless I get Geno boosted or something. That is an awesome feature of this game, is that there are no crits. There's like almost no RNG on what damage you take or what damage you give. It's like, it's statically calculated except for weapons. The only real RNG you have to worry about is what is my enemy actually going to do. And that's why a lot of the fights are very flowcharty, and there is not that many unwinnable situations if you play correctly. Oh my god. What's up, Sean Cass, Fleck, Elm, Grategy, FT, Eclorin, Genetic, Justin, why is Suki here? What's up, Cappy? What's up, Mouse? Sorry if I missed anyone's name, I'm just looking at my chat right now. Those are all the names I see in the window right now. You want to read the script? Well, I can do my best to read it in Japanese for you, but my Japanese reading is not that fast. I could probably read the first letter, and then move on to the next screen. Suki's here from the Unwinnable Boy. Look, man, I've only seen that one time. One time. In my year of speedrunning this game, I've only seen Unwinnable Bowyer once. Send her to the moon! Okay, what's my pipe house time looking like? Oh my gosh, not even a 420 pipe house. I am super sub 420 pipe house. You've seen her twice in 2 runs? Well, maybe you should get to sub 3 or something, my dude. My boy Suki, he's gonna be the next sub 3. In like 2 years. Okay, so first things first. I'm gonna talk to Toad and be like, hey, yeah, some crap just happened at the castle. I have no idea what just went on, so I'm gonna go check it out. He's gonna tell me to save. It's actually faster to have him tell you to save than it is to save, so I'm just gonna do that and then run back out of here and go back to Bowser's Keep and check out what the crap just happened. Pretty sure a giant sword just fell into the castle, so I need to see, hello? That's unusual. What's going on here? Can't sub 3, Bowyer won't let me. Well, that's annoying. Oh, there's a giant sword. And, Mario thinks that Bowser and Peach might still be in there because where the heck else would they be? So, but he can't get back in there because the sword's gonna be kind of a wiener and, take out the bridge. It's kind of rude if you ask me, so what am I gonna do now? Smithy shattered the Star Road, which means we will not be hearing the Star Song in this game. I'm very sorry. That is, we only heard that in SML2. When's Bridge Skip? Oh god, I wish. Could you imagine, like, 20 minute run of SMRPG? Yeah, well, actually, how would you even beat the factory at level 1? That would be silly. Okay, hardest tech in the game right here is tutorial skip. I gotta say no both times. Or, I'm actually saying yes, but it's the negative option, not the affirmative. There we go, tutorial skip complete. It would be really embarrassing if I failed that after nailing Zero Punch Manip. Okay, so I'm sensing a trend here. Every time Sean Cass watches my runs, I get Zero Punch Manip, and every time he doesn't watch my run, I don't get it. That's definitely some science right there. So I just jumped on the side of that flower. That's kind of a precise trick to do, and I jumped up to get the flower in that treasure chest. What that flower does is, to use special moves in this game, like Mario's jump, you have to use what's called flower points, which is basically what this game calls magic points, and those flowers you collect increase your maximum, but they don't actually heal it. So right now I've got 10 out of 11. So this fight is pretty simple. I'm just gonna be defending against these guys. I jump on one and jump on the other because they both got 50 health. And when you kill one, the other one always ups his defense. So you want to just be like, get them both down to as low as possible. Oh my god, 3 hammer times, really? Get them both down as low as possible, then smack one right in the face. And the guy on the right only has 5 health left, so even though he increases defense, that doesn't matter because I'm just gonna take him out like that. Yeah, 3 hammer times? Could you imagine if I got 4 and half-blocked all of them and had to start this run all over again? I'm thinking about, like, maybe I should start saving at Mario's pad when I start the run? I don't know. What do y'all think? It's been a while since I've seen 4 hammer times, but, you know, I've gotten close. I've gotten close. Okay, so I got my hammer from the Hammer Bros. And first things first, I'm going to do some menuing. I gotta buy some healing items for the early game, so I'm going to take care of that now and do some equips so I can skip an equip tutorial later. So I'm just going to do this menu quickly. Game Boy camera. Yeah, I decided to use Game Boy camera today instead of, like, not showing my camera. Suki, I just think the game doesn't like you, and I think you need to show it who's boss and get that sub 3. 4 head hammer time. What do you mean you know you can't block it? I just blocked one. I only took 12 damage and 3 hammer times. Get on my level, dude. Yeah, so I actually use a separate capture card for my Game Boy camera, because I've got like 3 of them. And that's just a Game Boy camera inside my Super Nintendo on a Super Game Boy 2, or Super Game Boy 1 actually is for that, so check it out. I can just like draw nonsense on here. Game Boy camera any percent, my PB in that is 18 seconds. Oh, I couldn't write the D. Dang it. Oh no, when I did my speedrun of Game Boy camera, I did it on my SGB too. Yo, what's up, Emily? But yeah, if you guys look at my Twitch profile, twitch.tv/pidge01, my Game Boy camera PB is 18 seconds. Rip forehead. Yeah, it's pretty shameful. It's okay, I'll fix it in the next cutscene. That's like, I don't think I've ever actually like done Game Boy camera stuff while mashing through a cutscene before, so that's a first. That's literally never happened before. So, Mel is sad because his frog coin got stolen, and I'm feeling like getting sidetracked, so I'm gonna help him get his frog coin back. Instead of giving him the one that I just got out of the Mushroom Kingdom, because, like, that's mine. You can't have it, dude. Okay, so now that I've got 2 party members, this is where things kind of get interesting. What I was mentioning earlier when I got that flower chest about how, special attacks use flower points. In this game, your flower points are shared through your entire party. So if Mario uses jump, and goes from 18 flower points to 8, when Mallow tries to use a special, he will also see he's only got 8 flower points out of 11. So that way, also when you heal your own flower points, it heals it for the whole party. So like everything in the special side is kind of shared. And we'll see that in the Croco fight where Mario's jumping and Mallow's healing himself with syrups to restore Mario's FP. Yo, thanks, Fozzie. I'm not going to use that save point because, like, I have pretty much no chance of dying in here. Okay. Those spinning flowers, kind of interesting. If you jump on a certain side of the flower, you'll immediately face the other direction, and that's why I was jumping right away. That treasure chest I just got is a Kira Cola. That heals your entire party's HP and FP, but we're not going to use that. I'm actually saving that to sell later. There's a menu we have to do later on in Seaside Town, where you just buy a bunch of bombs, because that's like the only part in the game where you can get them. So like your asset and coin management in this game is really, really important. The dog jump. Alright. You want to get, it's like safer to get 12 dogs there because then your movement in the sewers later is going to be a little safer. So, that second treasure chest I've got in that room, the flower on top of the dog's head, that's actually a 2-frame trick where you can jump off of an enemy that you're taking out with an invincibility star. If you don't get that, it's not a big deal. You lose like 5 seconds later in the series, but it's like better to have it because you have a higher chance of getting an optimal Croco fight with it. Shoutouts to Ellen Pear, best emote on Twitch. Okay, so this fight kind of sucks. Croco's a jerk. He can either dash at you or toss bombs, and this fight is like where time hits are really important. Because if you perfect block his dash attack, which is 5-frame window, you take 0 damage from it, but you cannot block his bombs. Oh, I mistimed that. That's bad. That means I can't get optimal Croco. Oh well, not a big deal. There, that's how you perfect time it. So that takes 0 damage. So, 3 jumps and I need to heal my flower points. If he just keeps using dashes though, like, I'm okay with it. Oh, here comes the first bomb of the fight. He hit Mallow and I have to revive him because, Mario's taking damage, so he can die from a bomb now, which is not good. But I got another physical, and that's good. So I'm just gonna jump on him some more. And I think this is the turn where he uses, he heals himself on this turn. And when he does that, like, this is scripted, he'll always heal himself at this point, and then he skips his next turn because of it, so I can get a couple more attacks in on him. And just defend with Mallow, and do another jump with Mario. And defend with Mallow again, and one more jump, and I'm out of here. Okay, so he's a dash. Theoretically, I could have survived that without resing Mallow, but you don't want to take that chance in a marathon run. So he's done. Not too bad of a fight. If I had not messed up that, if I didn't mess up that first block, that would have been an optimal Croco fight because I could have let Mallow die after turn 4, but because I took damage on Mario, I couldn't afford to do that, unfortunately. So I'm gonna give Mallow special, because the next fight that I use him in, he needs to use Thunderbolt a lot, so I'm gonna power him up for the next fight. This game also started my love for RPGs. This is my favorite childhood game. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. So I'm gonna make a save here because I'm about to do the first major glitch in the run, which is the max skip. And max skip is extremely easy to drop, and if you drop it, it's a reset, so you want to make a safety save if you're doing a marathon. I did that little movement on the map, so I guarantee I enter in from the left side of Mushroom Kingdom, so I just run in a straight line and none of those guys will hit me. And so I quickly hook around this dude, no stop any chamber, shoutouts to Justin. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 3 jumps to evade a cutscene trigger and an invisible wall, and I'm gonna jump over the Shy Guys and talk to the Chancellor, and that will tell the game that I beat Mac. Just like that. Easy peasy. That attack, like, that tech, I just made it look like super easy, but it's actually really not that easy to learn. It's like, the second jump in particular, where you jump on top of the Shy Guy's head, requires like a lot of muscle memory to be able to do like consistently. If you're interested in like speedrunning this game, that's kind of one of the first techs you learn, and there's like a lot of tutorial videos. Justin made one, I made one on troubleshooting. It's, the positioning of that jump is like super important because there's cutscene triggers everywhere, and I just stepped on like the few pixels that don't have any. Shoutouts to Page learning max skip from her own tutorial. No, that's not true, dude. The tech that I learned from my own tutorial was Terrapin Manip. So that is one of only 2 real glitches that we use in the speedrun. The other one is called Ability Swap, and I'm not going to see that for like another hour. So this is any percent, so that includes glitches, but there's not really that many glitches in the speedrun, there's just 2. The only crazy thing about this game that I discovered as a kid was like Lazy Shell. I found that because like I like to run into walls, and of course, run into a wall in Nimbus Land, you find the Shy Away. Okay, so this next guy I'm going to fight, Pandorite. We don't have a way to get around fighting him yet. He gives us some very, very good assets to sell later and a little bit of an EXP boost. So this fight is kind of annoying. On the first and third turn, he will always use a fire attack. On the second turn, he can use physical and status-inducing attacks, and he can one-shot Mario, and if he does that, then this fight takes a long time. But instead, he's going to use Fear on Mallow, which is great. That means I can just use one more jump and finish the fight in 3 turns instead of 4. If he had one-hit KO'd Mario or feared him, then I would have had to keep, then I would have had to, like, take another turn. But he was nice to me today, so that's a good Pando fight. It's decent. I am not going to get the treasure chest on the side of the sewers because I got the one in Bandit's Way. So here's another invincibility star I gotta do. Alright, got the last rat. Movement for that is like a little tricky to learn, but it just takes some practice. It's important to get everything in this game, like all the EXP that you're supposed to get. You gotta hit 8 rats there. If you don't miss it, if you don't get 8, then you gotta make up that 2 EXP somehow. The EXP in this game is rounded extremely, extremely tightly because the other major glitch in the speedrun, which is the ability swap, relies on you having a certain amount of EXP at a certain point in the game, so you gotta make sure you don't have more or less. That's really more important when Peach comes into the picture, but you also want, like, Mario's level to be high enough for certain boss fights, since, like, his level affects his super jump damage a lot. So you gotta be just, like, super, super careful with your EXP routing in this run. This fight is pretty flowcharty. It's heavily scripted. So what's gonna happen for, like, most of the fight is Mario's just gonna jump, and Mallow's gonna alternate between Thunderbolt and Honey Syrup. And on this next turn, Mario will be turned to the Scarecrow. And what the Scarecrow status does is it, this is scripted. He always gets turned to a Scarecrow. And what it does, it prevents you from using physical attacks and items, but that doesn't matter because the only thing he needs is his jump attack, and you can still use specials as a Scarecrow. So keep going with jump, and use the Honey Syrup, then Mallow will get taken away here. This is also scripted. And he uses the Honey Syrup right there so that Mario can just keep jumping since he can't heal himself. The Scarecrow status also makes you immune to sleep, and Belome has a sleep sauce move which puts you to sleep if you're not immune to it, so it's good that he Scarecrows Mario because Mario cannot be put to sleep here. If he was put to sleep, then we'd be super low on our damage output, and that's not good. So that last attack he does there is kind of random, but like one more hit and we are done here. And the Scarecrow status lasts 3 turns, so Mario is normal again. That's actually a pretty good Belome time. It's no sub 20, but it's decent. Sub 21's alright. That's a pretty good Belome time for a marathon, honestly. Yo, what's up, Big Law? Thanks and good luck. So next thing on the agenda is this minigame, the Midas River. What happens in Midas River is I'm pretty much just like going down the river and collecting coins and frog coins. I haven't really explained what frog coins do yet. Frog coins are the green coins. The green coins can be used to buy special items in the game that can't be bought with regular yellow coins, and that's very important because when we get to Seaside Town, the EXP booster is an accessory you can wear that can only be bought with frog coins, and the EXP booster is integral to making sure that the ability swap glitch, which is based on your EXP amount, actually works. So we collect a bunch of frog coins here, picking up as many as we can optimally so that we can make sure that we have enough money for Seaside Town. If you get 60 or more coins at the end of this minigame, you get an additional frog coin as a prize. So I like to try and get exactly 60. If I get exactly 60, then I skip a text box at the end, it's like half a second faster or something. It doesn't really matter, but I'm like super picky about it. If you don't get that frog coin, you get like 59 coins or whatever, then it just means you have to waste 10 seconds doing an extra wave of jumps, so it's like, whatever, not a big deal. Looks like super swag to get exactly 60. Not 69. No, Suki, I'm not that high level. I'm not like you, man. I can't get 69 coins. So the pattern that I'm doing here, which is whenever there's 4 coins in a row, I collect the first 3, unless there's a fish coming up under the 4th one, like that. And those fish are always in the same place every single time you come here. So if I'm doing this and got 13 yellow coins in the first round, then I'm guaranteed to have 60 at the end of the river. Just by doing that pattern. You can collect more than that if you want. You'll still get the frog coin. It's just like you do an extra text box, which is like a big deal. I just like to avoid it because I'm super picky. How was that? 60? Yeah, I got 60 coins, exactly, on the dot. So that means we don't hear the coin loss sound. We just get the knock knock shell, and I'm out of here. Yo, what's up, Matt? Thank you for the good luck. Math is for losers, I say as a programmer. Screw that. Yeah, I don't actually count the coins, I just follow a certain movement pattern, and if I notice anything's off in my movement, then I just like make it up with, by not missing a certain coin. I just like grab a coin that I would normally skip, kind of thing. So this part of the game is Cutscene Hell Part 2. Cutscene Hell Part 1 was Mushroom Kingdom. this is the part where we find out that Mallow's not actually a frog. He was raised by them, but he's from a distant land and has to go find his family. There are spoilers. I spoiled the whole cutscene. Now can I get out of here? I just gotta mash. You can count to 42069. That's pretty impressive. Time to mash through the cutscene. So here I just gotta make sure that when I get prompted, I pick the bottom option so that I don't accidentally repeat this whole text box thing. Mallow is not a frog. He should have realized that when he knows he was the only one here wearing pants. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna pick no. So after this cutscene ends, I'm gonna buy a couple more healing items. I'm gonna get 2 froggy drinks, one for the bowyer fight, one for the Artivich fight, and aside from that I'm gonna buy 2 frog coins and 2 sleepy bombs and an energizer with my frog coins. This is like the first part of the game where you can actually really use your frog coins for something. You're really holding up the number 4, nice. Okay, so here I'm gonna buy 2 froggy drinks from this guy. And 2 sleepy bombs and 1 energizer from this guy. Sometimes in a run I might only buy 1 sleepy bomb, but to be safe I'm gonna buy 2. So that's the first use of your frog coins in the run. So buy those items that you really need. The 2 sleepy bombs, one is for the Johnny fight, one is for Gunyo. If you're like really confident in your super jumps, you can get through the Johnny fight without a sleepy bomb and possibly save 10 seconds by preserving a frog coin for Seaside menu. Because to get 22 frog coins before Seaside menu, you have to do Wiggler jump 7 times. So you can cut that down to 6 times, which saves 10 seconds. And then if you get a firebomb freebie, you can use that to take out Johnny's cronies, and they don't attack you then, instead of putting them to sleep. So if that happens, you save 10 seconds overall. But then if you drop your super jumps, like the run is over. So you don't want to drop your super jumps. Since that's like super unsafe, I never do it in marathons. Sometimes I do it in RTA attempts, but this is not an RTA attempt because I'm using safety saves and I don't save during the speedrun except for Nims Minute. The music puzzles in this place gave me life. Oh my god, I love the music puzzles in this game. He could use a big old cricket pie. Don't worry, Sugi, I'll give it to him later, alright? Get off my frickin' case. This guy, I swear to god. You guys want to know what's like some real nonsense? Okay, I'm gonna make this PG-13, but if I type FU on my phone, my autocorrect suggests Suki's name as the next word. Yeah, you can block Magnum. It's called having a safety ring or an attack scarf. Okay, so I just picked up a couple of items. I got 2 wake-up pins, which I'm gonna need in the Tower Bros fight and the Cake fight. And I just got like some extra flowers and frog coins. That's just kind of housekeeping. We need 15 flowers for the bowyer fight. We need frog coins for Seaside menu later. Phones are good at learning patterns. Yeah, really. Yeah, when it's all caps, it predicts Elm, which is also not surprising, considering how many pair puns he subjected us all to over the years. Okay, so this little kid idolizes Mario, and I'm going to tell him that I'm actually imposter because it saves a couple frames. I mean, like, technically it's possible to time a freebie, but in order to do that you have to be a task because you have no idea what the freebie frame is. Okay, here comes the cutscene. The no input cutscene. So what am I doing about this? about this forehead. Okay, I'm gonna erase a little bit here and just make it like a really skinny D. There. Now it kind of says forehead. Watch a test of this one these days. I believe Oxwus, who's currently 4th on the leaderboards, he did test this game. He made a test. Oh yeah, I haven't explained actually what freebies do yet because we haven't seen any so far. A freebie in this game happens when you use an item in battle. There's a certain percent chance, it depends on the item, that that same item gets like placed back in your inventory as if you hadn't used it. Speaking of freebies, I'm actually going to open up my notes because I never run this game without notes and I completely forgot to open them. So, an extra note about time hits. I never really explained what they do. There's a tiered system in this game for pressing a certain button during an attack or a defend. 7-frame window, if you hit a 7-frame window during a physical attack, and sometimes certain frame windows during a special attack, you can increase the damage output. If you just slightly miss it, you still increase it by not as much. If you defend perfectly, which is a 5-frame window, then you take 0 damage from physical moves, but not every attack can be blocked. Most spells cannot be blocked, some named skills can be blocked, and almost every physical attack in the game can be blocked. Some exceptions are like Krako's bomb can't be blocked. If a bunch of rainbow stars fly out of your head during your flinch animation, that means that the attack can be blocked. If they don't, that means it can't be. So you're going to be seeing me do a lot of timed hits. My headphones fell. Give me 1 sec. Okay, Kirikola. Gonna get that again. That's just like another hidden item that I'm saving to sell later. So I gotta do this 7 times. Wiggler jump 7 times to get 7 frog coins. And this is to make sure that I have exactly 22 frog coins when I get to Seaside Town, and no more, no less. So that's 2. Wiggler kind of like, he moves in like random patterns, so you kind of gotta like react to what he's doing and just like adjust your D-pad accordingly, because if you jump on him the wrong way, you can get into a fight and he can kill you, so that's why I made that little save in Rose Town. It's 4. I contend that this is one of the hardest techs in the game to be able to do consistently, because it's just like, it's so unforgiving if you drop it. Oh my god. See? Just like that. Now I gotta like do another one. Just like that, you get into a fight like that. It's pretty stupid. And if he uses like double sandstorm, then you're screwed. Okay, that's 5. That's 6. One more. And that's 7. I got like a ton of extra coins from the drop ones, which is awesome. Yo, shoutouts to everyone posting Pidgeolers in the chat. That's pretty dope. Raise your Pidgeolers for good luck. Pidgeoler is just like a silly meme between me and Albrecht, the world record holder. I wrote a Lenny face in his chat one day, and he said, "Thank you for the Pidge face," and I was just like enthralled that he had renamed a Lenny face to Pidge face because I spammed it so much. Then like I made a Wiggler out of it, and I posted in his chat, and he's like, "Oh, thank you for the Pidgeler," and I'm like, "Did you just call that Pidgeler? That was the greatest thing I've ever heard," and then it just became like a stupid inside joke. I made a bot for my chat named Pidgeler, and it posts one every 15 to 25 minutes in my chat. But it makes it like its like patterns are random. Okay, I'm gonna make a safety save here because the next boss fight I'm about to do actually does have an unwinnable pattern that seems to happen to Tsukigato all the time. Okay, here we go, Bowyer fight. But first I gotta master this cutscene. So, Bowyer is one of the minions of the dude that took over Bowser's castle. He's looking for the star pieces. The first star piece that we got was the one that I retrieved from skipping Mac. Funny story about the star piece from Mac. If you do the Mac skip, then the game registers as you having completed the fight, but it doesn't, like, do the triggers that, like, when I saved, it says I have no star pieces. And also, the star pieces option in the menu doesn't show up. And that can have some, like, pretty bad consequences later. Like, when you're in Booster's Tower and they offer to do the party swap tutorial. The party swap tutorial is a series of memorized inputs. So it tries to scroll to the switch menu, but it expects that there is an extra entry in the menu above it in the star pieces menu, but it's not. So it goes too far and loops back around up to the top to your items menu. And then when it loads up the items menu, it thinks it's trying to do the item tutorial that you skipped at the start of the game. So it's telling you to use a mushroom, and if you don't have a mushroom in your inventory at the time, that actually soft locks the game. So that's why, like, you gotta be super careful not to get that tutorial. So this fight coming up here, if you remember this guy, he's the one that places buttons on the ground representing your face buttons, X, Y, and A. And every other turn, he'll lock one and you can't use that command. So if he locks A, you can't use physical attacks. If he locks Y, you can't use specials. If he locks X, you can't use items. That is not RNG based. That is dependent on certain actions that you take. Depending on what moves you've done or how many items and such you've used will determine what he locks. So we route this fight very, very precisely, keeping that in mind. So you start off by doing a bunch of attacks to really drive up the counter. Start off by using Energizer on Geno, because Geno's your powerhouse in this fight. He's got great defense and great attack. Oh, nice freebie on the Energizer. So, what the Energizer does is increases your attack output by 1.5 times. That's why Geno's doing 60 instead of 40 now. So that attack that Mal just did there, the 2 damage, that's actually important. That guarantees that Bowyer will lock the A button, and it also guarantees that he will take enough damage to die on the 8th turn if you don't mess anything up. So now I can't use physical attacks, so I'm going to use special attacks. And I'm only going to use 1 attack per turn now, because that'll make sure that Bowyer locks the X button next, which is great, because I'm going to get all my heals out in this turn and the next turn, and then I won't need to heal anymore. And when that happens, he's just gonna keep locking X, which is awesome. I don't need X, I just want to spam Y. Okay, so he killed Mario. That's actually fine. I don't need to heal Mario. It's actually faster if Mario and Mallow are dead, because from this point on, they're only defending. And defending takes time, so it just skips their turns completely. So now I can just spam the Y button. This fight is pretty much just gonna be me spamming Geno Beam and Mallow defending, and Bowyer locking X, and me blocking his arrows if he shoots them, and taking damage from his specials if he uses them. So I'm definitely not getting the unwinnable pattern because Mallow's still alive and used a physical on Geno. If he uses Bolt Mario, Bolt Mallow, Double Bolt Geno, that's unwinnable. You cannot win the fight if he does that because you die. Or Bolt Mario, Bolt Mallow, Bolt Geno, Lightning Orb Geno. That will also kill you. So here comes the last 90 damage. This will do just enough damage to deplete his entire HP, which is great, and we're out of there. That's not a 38 is not a great Bowyer time. That's because of the drop wigglers. So in the early game, Mario always gets special as a level up because he mostly just uses his jump attacks. It just gives his jump a little extra bit of damage. So now, Geno is a possessed doll from the Star Road, and the Star Road is what all these little pieces of stars that we're finding have actually made up. They make everyone's wishes come true, but the Star Road's broken by the giant sword, and the pieces of it are scattered everywhere. So Geno descended down to Earth to find the star pieces. And Mario and Mal already have one, and they're not like too fond of this whole nobody's wishes can come true anymore thing, so we're gonna help Gino find the star pieces. And in the process, I'm gonna figure out where the heck Peach is. And there's that little dude in the background who heard everything, so he's gonna go tell Smithy exactly why these star pieces are so important, because Smithy wants to militarize the whole world, and he can do that with the power of the Star Road, so now we're in a race for the star pieces. One thing I love about this speedrun is that the music is just so good. Part of the reason I speedrun this game is because I never get tired of the soundtrack. Never. I have not gotten tired of it in like 21 years. I'm not going to get tired of it now. I actually got this game for my 7th birthday, which was in July 1996. Yeah, I do too. I hum Seaside Menu a lot when I'm at work. That song's like my favorite. Okay, so on to Moleville. Moleville's dope. Just gonna up my defenses here, buy some armor. So this is, I'm just making my party a little bit stronger. I'm giving everybody the work pants, because the work pants actually does increase your attack and magic attack power and your speed, as well as your defense and magic defense. It's a great equip. It's actually the last equip in the game that we buy. I'm not going to buy any more equips. I'm not going to buy any more armor. The only other armor I'm going to get is the super suit, and you don't buy that. So that is the last piece of armor that I buy is the work pants, and you get 4 of them for Mario, Mallow, Geno, and eventually Bowser. And Bowser's army numbers are dwindling a little bit, but Mario doesn't really give a crap. He's just going to keep going. So I love this part of the game because Croco has placed a trampoline as a trap. For some reason we decided it's a great idea to jump on a trampoline inside a mineshaft and get knocked out. Which is probably the logical thing to happen after you jump on a trampoline in a mineshaft, is like you get a concussion. And we're just gonna do it. Hell yeah! That's using your noggin. So, now Croc just took all my coins, so I'm gonna chase him down and get my coins back. You get like 6 freebies. So, since I got the freebie Energizer on Bowyer, I can use it in this fight, which, if I don't get any deaths here, can speed it up a little bit. But more than likely, I'm gonna have a death here, so it'll probably, like, break even. Because the RNG in this fight is really, really stupid. In the first phase, Croco uses bombs and dashes. And bombs are, like, lethal. Mario and Mallow will die if they get hit by a bomb. Geno will not. But now Geno's doing a ton more damage because I freed the Energizer. Here comes another bomb. If he hits Geno, then we're in good shape. But no, he hit Mallow. That's bad. So this fight's gonna be like slowing out. Oh, here comes the zombie Mallow glitch. If Mallow is down and you start phase 2 of the fight, then he knocks the items out of Mallow. So it looks like Mallow's alive, but he's actually like completely not usable, and he can't be targeted either. But lucky for us, Croco doesn't use bombs anymore, and every single attack of his in this phase of the fight is blockable. So we just gotta tough it out. So I mistimed that block, which is why I took 29 instead of 0. That should do it, I think? Yeah, that'll do it. That was a decent fight, I guess. Get the box? Swap. Oh, I got the flower box! Okay. There's a 25% chance in that fight that you get a flower box drop from Krako, and that is extremely important because like a lot of the late game in the speedrun relies on the use of ice bombs. And you buy 8 ice bombs, but there are a ton of enemies in the game that are weak to ice that you don't actually, like, that ice bombs are not routed for. You have to rely on freebies if you want to use an ice bomb on that boss. And one of those bosses is Zardragon, and that fight's stupid because if you don't have an ice bomb freebie, you gotta super jump him, and he floats, which actually changes the super jump timing window. So if you get 2 ice bomb freebies, then you can just take him out like nicely with ice bombs and not have to worry about super jumps. And getting that flower box drop means that you can sell the flower box to get 2 extra ice bombs they wouldn't normally have, which means that that fight is going to be super free. That flower box means guaranteed I don't have to super jump Zardragon. So next fight, Punchnell. I don't really know what this guy's deal is. He wants to be famous, and he has to achieve fame by killing me and my friends. So I'm not going to let him do that. I'm just going to block his moves and attack him. This is a really straightforward fight. You just use your physical attacks and block everything he does. There's a certain chance that he will use Sandstorm on you, which casts fear on your entire party. If that happens, then you have to spend a turn healing. If that doesn't happen, then just keep going. SML2, I got sub 30. I got 29-29. Oh, that was bad. I mistimed that. Oh well. Yeah, this guy's lore doesn't make any sense. Oh, and there's a sandstorm. So I have to waste a turn healing now. But you can only use sandstorm once, so at least I know that you can't use it again. But now I have to perfect block everything. Oh, nice freebie on the Able Juice. So see how I had 4 Able Juices and I used 3, but it said I had an extra one because that was a freebie. I'm just concentrating on these blocks here. Yo, what's up, D-Cups? Thanks for the good luck. I think that was super early. I've been like really off on my mallow timings lately for some reason. So one more hit and I should be done here. Oh wow. Okay, so I must have gotten really good rolls because that turn order didn't make a lot of sense. It still ended where it should have, despite the fact that like I was slowed down by Mallow's attacks not doing as much, so I must have gotten like really good rolls in phase 3. So that fight's over. You don't get any EXP or coins from this fight because it just ends in an explosion and no level up screen or anything. In case anybody is curious, my PB in this game is 253.18. There are 21 people with a sub 3, and sub 3 is a good time. Yo, is that my boy Kakapi? What's up, dude? How have you been lately? They lowered all the coins in the minecart section even though you only get like 5. Okay, so coming up now is the minecart. Sub 2 minecart is a good time. It's also not that easy to do. So I did not warm up this at all today, so this could really go any way. I don't know. Let's see if I can pull this off. 149.57. I don't think 149 is even possible. You got it? Oh, thanks, Matt. Let's see. Let's see if I got it. I haven't. The last time I did minecart was last week in Trogathon. All I did today was warm up super jumps. That was it. That's like all I do for practice, pretty much. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Minecart time. So minecart, pretty simple. Mushrooms are boost, and you break around corners. That's a decent room one. That's alright. Oh, low 53 room too. That's alright. I'm breaking a little too much, I think. Okay, 137, room 2, that's room 3, that's alright. Doing well, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. Thanks for being here for my run. I'm having fun with this run. That is a 157 minecart. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with 157. My PB is 156.80 for minecart. I think I don't know about y'all, but I think that sub 2 minecart deserves a donation to the stream. Just throwing that out there. So now Moleville is done. And the next area is, like, my favorite area of the game, Booster's Tower. I got sub 2 in my cart, so don't get sub 2k on donations. That is what I like to hear. It's dope that, like, my earliest supporters as an SMRPG speedrunner are in this chat right now, and I hope that they're feeling proud of me for that sub 2 minecart. Pretty simple area, just get a frog coin and a rock candy. Oh, it's Bowser. This is where you have to not do the tutorial. Thanks, Suki, you're the best. Even though Suki's a freaking wiener. Elm, I mean, like, I don't think you should get in a car with me anyway, considering I don't have a driver's license. Like, that doesn't sound like a good idea to begin with. Void forehead. Everyone raise your void foreheads. Best emote on Twitch. That's not an emote. So I got the tutorial skip. There's my boy Booster. Best character ever. For the fans. I just threw away 10 seconds for that, I don't care. Oh my god, really? How did that happen? These fights you can run away from. You don't want to get into any encounters in Booster's Tower, but bombs are not that bad, because you can... Visit Link and Samus? No, we can still see them if you want. Samus isn't until later, and Link you can see anytime. I've been messing up this room lately, so I took it a little slow there. Yeah, Link and Samus are two cameos in this game. Almost everyone knows about Link, but actually not that many people know about Samus, because like she's a lot harder to find. She's a lot more out of the way. Okay, if they want to visit Link and Samus, that incentive has to be met by the end of Yardovich fight. So here's the curtain minigame. If you recall this minigame, you have 3 chances to fail it and then you have to fight Booster. If you don't fail it, he gives you the amulet, and the amulet is required for the speedrun, so I better not mess it up. However, the curtain pattern is not random, it's always the same. And the Snippet's eyesight is pretty bad. They're looking for Booster's Mario doll for the wedding rehearsal, and Mario himself is hiding behind the curtains, and they're just looking for the doll. So check this out. They don't see me. How great is that? It's okay, dude. My estimate's 305. Sub-3's not that important. And here we go, it's over. The underachiever. I mean, you know it, dude. I'm 6th place in this game, and I feel good about that. I don't have to be top 5. Yo, let's get the 70 bucks in. Password is LCC. Okay, so quick menu here. At this point in the game, Mallow is no longer used. Whoops. Just gonna put some minor equips on. Bowser is gonna be given some work pants and a wake-up pin so that the Tower Bros can't put him or Gino to sleep. Whoops! I mashed a little too hard there. That's okay though. Oh my god, I'm fucking up this fight all over the place. What do I do here? I guess I'll do that. I know exactly what I'll do to fix that. Oh, and it missed Great Guy anyway. Big deal. That should kill him. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So that had pretty much no effect whatsoever on the fight. Awesome. Because I got screwed by RNG on Terrorize anyway. There's like a 9%, a 10% chance that it'll miss either one of the guys. And a 1% chance it'll miss both. So y'all let me know in the chat if that incentive gets met. So that I know to do it. When Terrorize misses this guy, it really sucks, because Terrorize is supposed to have his defense. So it takes like a lot longer to end this fight if Terrorize misses. But it's alright, because now it's time for Booster Hill. So Booster Hill's minigame, this minigame is really hard because you're supposed to bounce off the barrels and the snippets to collect extra flower points from Peach. Every time you run up to them, she gives you a flower, and those add to your total flower points. And you need that for the speedrun, but like what actually happens in this minigame is random. Like the positioning of everything is like totally random, so you don't really practice this. And also like there are certain frames where even if you jump on one of the dudes, you still tumble. It's kind of stupid. So take your guesses now, 0 to 16. Well, okay, 1 to 16. Oh, what the? There we go. Can I get one more? Yes! 13! Wow, okay, that's better than I usually do. Fun fact about that, in a normal RTA attempt, you actually only need to get 10 flowers there to be set for the rest of the run, because that puts your total FP at 26, which is like the base amount you need to finish the countdown fight, except for the 1% chance you have of needing to like triple super jump the boss. However, in a marathon run, I always go for 36 flowers instead of 26, so I'm safe for the worst case scenarios in all the boss fights. So that just put me at 29, and I know where the next 7 backups are, so that means I'm in really good shape for this run. So if I get to countdown, I get double time as marching on, like I've done in RPG Limit Break, and I think one other marathon recently too, I'm still okay. Can just do the strats that like actually work. They're slow, but they work. Okay, I'm gonna make a safety save here because this boss is like the killer of dreams. So you'll see now when I saved just there, it said I had 3 star pieces, and before it said I had no star pieces, even though I saved in Rosetown. And that's because, like I mentioned earlier, the max skip kind of messes things up with your star pieces. Snippet 2 is the homie. Yo, are we at 1800 now? What's going on? What's going on? Let me check my layout. I can't even see. Oh god, we're at 1800, yo. That's awesome. Yo, Ellie, does that mean I'm doing the, am I doing the incentive? Is that what's happening? Okay, we're visiting Lincoln Samus. I mean, this room is already ripped sub free because of how bad I screwed up the Tower Girls fight, but whatever. These guys run around in random patterns. If you get a good pattern, then it's super fast. The candles in the pews light up over time, and however many candles light up determines who kisses Mario in this cutscene. We're not going to see the cake. Oh, dude, I wish we weren't going to see this cake. Oh, America screwed up? Okay, hold on, guys. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. Okay. So that means, unfortunately, no more Game Boy camera, because my drivers crashed for my other capture card. $13 for 13 flowers. Nice. Yeah, the Game Boy cam had to be sacrificed to fix the feed. So this fight really sucks. There's 3 phases. This is the first phase. In this phase of the fight, you're just attacking the cake and trying to block the damage from the chefs. You want to take as little damage as possible, and I screwed it up by taking damage on Mario, but that's not the worst thing that can happen. Mario's actually so weak in this fight that we use the red essence that I picked up in the forest maze to make you invincible for 3 turns, because in the second phase of the fight, the cake's magic is so strong that it can just, like, completely annihilate you. What's really important here is making sure Gino doesn't take any damage in the first phase because, like, he's super vulnerable in the second phase. So phase 2, I'm just going to be doing untimed attacks on the cake at the top half. Because what happens now is he's going to start using spells on me. The top half takes like, you blow out a candle with every hit that you do. And it respawns one every turn. So Gino is probably, I'm going to probably have Soul Fight here because Gino is only at 10 health with a Fear. You gotta attack the cake when it's got no candles left. And that ends phase 2. So Gino's down, that's really bad news. So Bowser has to res Gino. Bowser's gotta hit the cake. And there's the frickin' sandstorm again. Please be a physical dude, please. Of course not. So now Bowser's dead because this fight sucks. I can't read donation messages, sorry. Are you kidding me, dude? Okay, I'm gonna res Mario because I don't need pick-me-ups anymore, I don't think. Yeah, if you want a donation message read, I can't do it because I don't have the donation messages. The organizer has those though. This is like the worst cake fight I have seen in a long time. I had to use 3 revives. Haven't seen that in a while. Shoutouts to D-Cups with the forehead. This is Booster's wedding cake. You'll have fit if we nibble on it. Yeah, cake RNG is the worst. In my PB, I had like a decently good cake fight, so it's like, oh, that split sucks to run against. Yeah, Culex isn't factored into the estimate, so like that's already been met. That comes after the run. No, Culex is done after the run. That doesn't contribute to sub 3. That's a post-run incentive. Sub 3's already dead because of this cake time. So now that Mallow is no longer used in the run, we just give him HP on every turn. Because it's the default, and it saves time by not switching to any other bonuses, there is really no need to give him anything else. So now Peach joins us. And I gotta mash through a long cutscene. Okay, can somebody actually do that? That sounds like something I would do myself, but unfortunately my hands are a little occupied right now. I think Fleck is both a memer and a dreamer. That's my humble opinion on the topic. Okay, so now I'm getting Mallow's Curry Pie back that I got that frog coin from Croco back all the way at the first 50 minutes of the run for. Yeah, tying up loose ends in the story. Let's go. Oh, well, by the way, guys, if I suddenly disappeared during the run, I ate a ham sandwich before this that I'm pretty sure used expired lunch meat, so if I just, like, disappear, then you know what happened. What's your credit card number? 6942 0694 2069 1337. You can use that to order me a pizza. I live at 69 Madden Street, Unit 420. Zip code 13337. I'm very happy to announce what's going on. Is Ellie alive? Thinking face. We have a $4.20 donation from Pidgeler that reads Pidgeler. Oh my god. I bet whoever made that donation did it with my credit card. Okay, so Peach has decided to stay at the castle instead of coming on this adventure, but she's actually just trolling. She's totally coming on the adventure. Now I'm just gonna do a quick menu here, and oh, maybe I don't need to do that, and oh my god, I think I broke Peach. Yeah, that's a thing in this game. Every marathon run has to do. What do you want in your pizza? Okay, can you just get me a... Can you get me a pizza with no sauce, no cheese, just banana peppers and anchovies? I'd like to, and you can you set the address to Sean Cass's mailing address? I don't know if he's still watching this or not, but like, just do that. Come on, Sean, you remember that. You remember exactly what I'm referencing, dude. Okay, just doing some minor housekeeping here, picking up some extra flowers and assets, frog coins. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Can be if your heart desires. So Star Hill's pretty straightforward. You're just moving around and talking to all these star flowers and lighting them all up advances each in the next room. And the third room has a star piece in it. What the crap? Is Land's End a sandwich? It might as well be. Oh, actually, Elm, if you're saying that pizza to Sean, can you throw some sausage on there too? I think you need to hit him with the sausage. I'm not explaining that joke. What if Mario was a girl? The princess is Mario, the main character is Link. Well, actually, that is going to be the case when I get back to Rosetown. I'm just laughing and nobody in the chat knows why. Alright. Okay, so free star piece. That looks like super free. It's deceptively free. They give you a free star piece here because the next 2 star pieces you have to get them once and then have them stolen from you and then fight another boss in order to reclaim them. Pretty silly, in my opinion. Ever sell the EXP booster? Okay, I'm gonna make a safety save here. Just because you never know what can go wrong with the seaside menu. Now, since this time is garbage, I'm going to freebie every single bomb. Now here's the guy that's gonna sell me the XP booster. This is why I need to collect all those green coins. And I got the EXP booster, and now I'm done with frog coins for the rest of the run. Don't need any more. So here's Seaside menu. So I just bought 10 ice bombs, 7 fire bombs, 2 bad mushrooms, and a fright bomb, and did some equips. I saved there because I tend to mess up the star a lot that I'm about to do. So here comes the second major glitch of the speedrun. So, that menu that I just did there, you are not supposed to be able to open the menu while you have a star going. But I did, and I swapped Peach and Mallow around. So what you're gonna see here is Peach reaches level 7, which makes no sense because she joined the party at level 9. It's Mallow who reached level 7 and Peach who reached level 10. So Peach just learned Shocker, which is a Mallow move, but Peach learns it because she has the best magic stat in the game, and that makes her overpowered. I swear to God, when I'm doing super jumps, I'm gonna start thinking about Sean Katz's sausage jokes and just start laughing and drop the jumps. Okay, Calamari fight is pretty easy. It's mostly just bomb spam. Bowser gets a Geno Boost because Geno Boost affects your items as well. Oh my god, dude. Turn order gets a little messed up there for some reason. I'd like to freebie one Firebomb. 3D Maze is free? I've only ever done it twice, dude. Well, there's my freebie. So this area here is just some platforming. I'm gonna grab a Kiro Cola out of this chest in the Mario clone room. But that one I'm not gonna sell, I'm actually gonna use it. Because I'm done collecting sellable items. I'm gonna save here, just because that one run I did went really badly. Yeah. We're... Getting, like, access to sell is not really a thing in the run anymore. What the? Where did that come from? That's not even the linebacker fish. That's dumb. There's a linebacker fish. Sean, I advise you should look away at this point and just throwing that out there. Okay, tossing some more firebombs here. I told you to look away! Who do you think you are? Teach me the ways of a 3D maze. And anything to do with barrels. So last time I did this next fight, there was like a tornado warning happening in my city, and I was like, okay, so if I drop super jumps, you know why. Okay, coming up to serious time. We'll walk away from chat for a sec. There we go. Ooh, okay. Alright. That's how that fight is supposed to go. That's 100 super jumps. That means I will get the super suit in Monster Town and the run can continue. Yes, we will see our Nintendo pals after I defeat Yardovich. Yo, what's up, Sarah? That alone is the hardest part of the speedrun to do under pressure, but not the hardest part of the speedrun to do. So 866 is the damage that you deal to Johnny if you nail 100 super jumps. I remember thinking I would never be able to do 100 super jumps, and then I bit the bullet and learned the speedrun. And now I can do 100 super jumps. Thank you, Allie. Thank you for the compliment. Okay, some idiot is honking outside my apartment. So I'm gonna mute my mic. That's actually really bad because this boss uses audio cues. The timing for Shocker has a 6-frame window that you need to use to like do 1.5 times damage, and that uses an audio cue only, no visual cue, and the audio cue is not very distinct. God, this time sucks. Might have been too late. Down 243 is exactly what you want, so that was right on target. Turn 1, he always uses Water Blast, and that does a lot of damage to your party. So Gino's gonna get everyone nice and buffed. Then Mario's gonna take care of things with some healing over here. There's the Cure Caracola that I just got from the Mario clone room. That's the fight we use it for, is right here. That's another 243. Aw, yeah. Flamestone on Gino, that's awesome. That means I can do fast things. Like toss a firebomb. And a nice bomb. And another shocker. Oh, I missed it. Dang. That's alright. Not a big deal. Toss an ice bomb. Nice freebie. There, that's a 243. So all that means is that I have to do one more attack on Yardovich and he's dead. And I can do that with the jump from Mario on that one. You can always tell which one is the real one because the cursor automatically selects the real one. So now I have 3 extra ice bombs, which is awesome, because I can use that extra ice bomb on the Axel Rangers fight, and that will make it like 1 turn faster than if I just use a firebomb. But I'll explain that in a little bit more detail when I get into the Barrel Volcano, which is like another hour away. Okay, it's like another half hour away. Okay, so Yardovich fight is over, so I'm gonna do some menuing, and then I'm gonna go visit our friends. And I'm gonna tell you what they're saying. Because Samus has dialogue, Link does not. Doesn't Psychopath give you a hint about that too? Psychopath, if you Psychopath one of them, he tells you that he's not real. And also, like, you can try attacking one or the other, and, the clone takes, like, exorbitant amounts of damage. Okay, so I unlocked Land's End. And here's the menu. Just gotta buy some equips here. Sell 2 mushrooms and the flower box of coffee drink and equip. Alright, time to go do some visitations. Rosetown, where's my Rosetown? Okay, so y'all remember this little cameo when you were a kid playing this game? You ever backtrack to Rosetown? Who's sleeping in the freaking inn? I'm sleeping in the inn. But I've got a roommate. Oh man. That's Link. Just makes a noise at you. And then here's the better one that you probably didn't find because it's like super out of the way and doesn't last for the entire game, unlike Link. In the Mushroom Kingdom, between star pieces number 5 and 6 only, talk to this guy and he'll just say, "Hey, be quiet, our guest is sleeping." Who's our guest? Oh my god, it's Samus! She's resting from Mother Brain. What does that say? Moraido. Metsuraido. No, that's not what she's saying. I don't know what she's saying. But I can bounce on the bed. Anyway. That's the cameo that is like super frickin' stupid if you want to find. On to Land's End. My platforming in this area sucks like a lot. I'm gonna pick up this red essence here for the Culex fight. I didn't forget to bounce on the bed. I totally did it. Hey Sean, how do you like those geckos? Kakapi, what does that mean? Why does she say Omoroido? Well, most of the time I do have bad platforming here. Oh, interesting in Metroid. Interesting, because in the English version she says ... I'm resting up for Mother Brain. So I'm just spamming ice bombs on the armored ants. It's the fastest way to get through them. These are the ice bombs that I bought. So these are factored into your seaside menu. You are actually buying ice bombs for these guys. These are not freebies that I'm using here. My 3 freebies are going towards Zardragon and Axum Rangers. Metroid is fun. Metroid is pretty cool. So I've actually only gotten 1 and 1 freebie, but I've gotten the flower box, so that means that it's like, okay. I've got like the base amount of good freebie luck in this game. I'm gonna save here, because I lost a run to this star recently. This is a new star movement. Got him. Bowser gets attack, and Mallow gets HP as always. And this guy's gonna sell me another star, and I'm gonna take out the rest of these guys with it. Alright, so EXP is looking good. I'm gonna buy this trampoline so that it's a nice little shortcut on my way back from Monster Town. Get that chest for Land's End. Not Land's End, Nimbus Land. So here's some RNG coming up. The fortune that I'm going to get in this room is one of two things. And I want to say one thing to get Balloam. And that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. Balloam, come on! Help me out here. Are you really going to do this to me all day? Come on. That's 5 in a row. There we go. There we go. Yeah, there is a cat because I think Eleanor found it. It's 7. 188, 57 supernotes. There we go, nice quick fight. That's like the minimum number of super jumps you can do to kill him, and that depends on the damage that Geno rolls in the first turn. Thanks, Sean. Hey, Sean, just for you, I'm gonna do this part first. Just for you. I normally wouldn't, but because you're here, it's a special occasion, so I'm doing this cutscene first before I get Super Suit. Audio cue actually is the most reliable way to do it, but visual cue is easier. Audio cue is 100% reliable if you use it. Visual cue is not on floating enemies. However, with an audio cue, you have like 1 frame to react to it. Whereas visual cue, you can kind of like get more time to react to it. Okay, whoever's car that is can fuck off. Sean, are you happy that I'm doing it this way? That I'm getting Super Suit after the cutscene? The Horde is a 3-frame window, yeah. Look at how nice that sun jump- my sun jumps are always nice, dude. I tried to do statue jump and I didn't get it. Troopa minigame. I will never ever get sub 10, that is a promise. Ooh, I can make a minigame for this for my chatbot. Are you kidding me, dude? Xylar, I have never gotten sub 10 in my life, so I wouldn't hold your breath. And I've been running this game for a year. I've never gotten sub 10. And I never will. 1050, just like I thought. Wait, what do I... Oh, yeah. I always forget how to do this menu. Suntan! Okay, so this fight here is pretty straightforward. You're mostly just like doing attacks, because Gino's got the super suit on right now, which was the reward for getting 100 super jumps. So 320 damage from a physical, that's kind of overpowered. He's also got the Tropa Pin, which is like an automatic attack side of Gino boost. I think, yeah, I timed that a little too early, so I'm gonna do super jumps on this guy instead. That should be enough. Yeah, it's not enough. Some 10 is also impossible. Yeah, I just burn. I'm one of those people that just burns. Alright, freebie? Freebie, freebie, freebie? No, of course not. Of course no freebie. Okay, so one more Ice Bomb, and then Petal Blast here is scripted. So I've now reached the end of the Ice Bombs that I bought. I've got 3 left, one from the Flower Box drop and one from the freebie on Yardovich. So I'm going to be using those in the Neural Volcano. Nice, no counters. And since I'm doing Culex fight, I'm gonna be getting this. Alright, now it's time for Vine Platforming, aka the part of the game I probably hate the most. Possibly even more than Nimbus Land. Man, I could really go for a pizza. But I'm not gonna get one because I'm eating healthy now. Okay, Vine Platforming is stupid. Okay, fine, we'll do it the slow way. Don't hit it anyway! Awesome! Shoutouts. That's what I like to hear. In retrospect, I really should have practiced Factory today. So this is Mallow's homeland, and this is probably like level 6 of cutscene hell, I think. This entire place is just cutscenes, basically. Cutscenes and impossible platforming. That was just a quick little menu. Oh, whoops, that's not the right house. Oh, my bad. That menu just, I just upgraded some of my equips and, sold some of my old equips that I don't need anymore. So Mario now has the attack scarf and the super suit, so he's extremely strong. The super suit is the item that you're given for getting 100 super jumps at any point in the run. The dog in Monster Town gives it to you. That adds plus 50 to all stats. Plus 50 is a lot. Super suit plus 50 makes you so fast that in the Culex fight, Mario actually gets a turn before Culex gets to summon the crystals. That's how freaking fast that armor is. And on top of that, he gets the attack scarf, which adds plus 30 to all stats. Anybody can use a super suit, but only Mario can use the attack scarf. Attack scarf makes you immune to instant death, and super suit makes you immune to all status effects and all ice, electric, and fire attacks. 1050 for 1050. So, if you can super jump, the game, like, just rewards you by giving you stuff that makes the game extremely easy, even though if you can super jump, the game is probably already extremely easy, because you can just kill everything with that. And that's, the super suit and attack scarf are very, very necessary in the speedrun because you're super underleveled in this route. Without that, like, you're just gonna die to everything. If you thought the lazy shell was good, it's got nothing on the super suit. But in this run I get it anyway because it's part of the Culex fight. I wrote it in for safety. So, like, I bit the inside of my lip this morning, and it really hurts, and talking through all my runs has actually been pretty painful, but I'm doing it anyway because this marathon is cool. Here comes the best minigame ever. It's just Dodo. One thing I noticed about Dodo, he's going to pick the statues, and Mario's currently disguised as a statue. He's painted gold, but if Dodo, like, smacks me in the face, like, I'm gonna fall down. But when Dodo leans back to pick a statue, his hat slides over his eyes, so he doesn't see you when you jump. He just, like, notices that he didn't hit anything, but he doesn't really think anything of it and just leaves. Alright, so if you get through that minigame, not only do you not have to fight Dodo, but you get the feather, which is a very good equip. It boosts your speed by 20, and Gino needs that in some fights later. No encounter, nice. He's gonna give me the key for the Birdo room, and I'm gonna grab a flower jar from this guy here. can use that later in the Bear Volcano. What the? I pressed jump. I don't know why my B button's like not sensitive anymore. Okay, here's the Birdo fight. Birdo fight just says attack the eggshell, then attack Birdo, and don't let her start the phase where she starts shooting eggs at you. That's a very, very simple fight that I actually did really, really badly in my PB. I screwed this fight up pretty bad, which is hilarious, but here's how simple this fight is. It's just punch, toss, Geno boost, toss, punch, toss, and punch. There, phase 1 done. Was that so hard? Well, in my PB, apparently I thought so. And block, and punch, defend and defend. Defend and defend. And bad mushroom. There, super simple fight, and I like messed that up in my PV somehow. I don't understand. That's just kind of a thing that happened. Ah, impossible tech. You're supposed to jump over that, fam. That's like a pixel perfect trick. Oh, really? I thought I ran past that. Okay. Past the hard area. Here's the easy triple skip. And there's Valentina and Dodo, who have taken over the castle, and we're gonna get them the heck out of here and get Mal's parents back into power. Shirley is telling her that Mario's invaded, and she doesn't know who Mario is, but remembers the suspicious-looking statue that came in earlier. So this next fight coming up, Valentina and Dodo. What's interesting about this fight is that Dodo takes whoever's in the middle slot of your party and challenges them to 1v1. If you die in that 1v1, you get a game over. So you gotta be like super careful of blocking his attacks. Luckily, they're not that hard to block. And I have a bad mushroom that I can toss at him because I bought 2 at Seaside Menu instead of 1. You have 3 options in this fight. If you freebie 2 or 3 firebombs, you can use a firebomb to Dodo because he's super weak against them. If you don't have firebomb but you have an extra bad mushroom, you can toss one at him which poisons him, and then you only have to attack him twice. If you don't have either of those things, you gotta attack him like 4 times and block all his attacks in between, which can be pretty difficult. But I've got a bad mushroom, so I'm gonna be going with the second option. Oh my god, what's up, Kix? That'd be a complete dono to die in that fight. Well, Albrecht, the world record holder, died in that fight in the first Roll and Deep Marathon race. And because he wasn't paying attention and got, like, blown up by multi-strike. And then he decided when I got into factory that he was going to run factory alongside me and still beat me. This is definitely not it. This is a marathon run. A marathon run is never it. For this game. Too many safety saves. Like, you gotta let it use a safety save in this run because, like, it's just such a strict run, and one little mess up can just render the whole thing invalid. Okay, so here comes Valentina and Dodo. I'm just gonna try really hard to block all of Dodo's attacks on Bowser, because if I don't, then I'm gonna die. Okay, here we go. There's one. There's a bad mushroom. There we go. Easy fight. So now phase 2 is just 4 punches on Valentina, basically. Unrealistic jiggle physics in SMRPG, I love it. Elm, that is the worst joke I've heard all day. I love it. I wonder if Gino's dead from this. No, oh no, he's not. He's got a safety ring. Dare. Please don't attack me like that. Shut the hell up, dude! I think I lack the ability to attack you. I think I mistimed that. Okay, one more attack and this fight's over. Oh, nice roll, dude! Oh, that was sick! No, you can't kill Culex before the crystals appear because there's no way to do 4096 damage with Mario unless you're like super high level. Actually, even then I'm not sure if you can. I'd have to ask the damage calculator. Maybe if you're like level 30 with only SP bonuses every level, then maybe you can kill him in one turn with Mario, but 100 super jumps on Culex will do like half his health, I think. Probably less. You know what? I'm gonna run that through the damage calculator as I'm mashing through this cutscene. Because I'm interested to find out. Okay, so Mario at level 30 with the super suit and the attack scarf. Using super jump with no boost modifier at 100 with special every turn. On Culex. Nope, that'll do 2488, not 4096, so it seems that it would be impossible. Even with the stat boost, which you can't have at that part of the fight, it still wouldn't kill him. That's unfortunate. That would be a really funny video if you could do that. How far along to the goal are we now? This is like 2/3 of the way through the run. Toward the donation total, we're about $150 off. I'm not even gonna say anything about that glitch I just did. I'm just gonna leave that there. Just gonna leave that there. Okay, so Peach currently has a super suit, which means I just did the second ability swap with that star. So here comes Pink Geno for the first time in the run. That's bad RNG. Those spinies block the doorway. First things first, what do I do here first? Do I swap first? I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's what I have to do. I always forget how to do this menu. Yes, Pink Geno rolls unfathomably deep. Okay, so that flower jar that I picked up in Nimbus Land, I'm going to use it here. So now I'm at 37 flowers, which means I have more than enough to safely take on Countdown. And no matter the circumstances, I can beat Countdown. What the? How the hell did that happen? Oh well. Okay, so Tsar Dragon. Because I got the flower box all the way back in the Moleville Mines, which I sold for 2 ice bombs, I'm going to use that here instead of super jumping him, because super jumping floating enemies is like the worst part of the game. And I don't have to do it at all. He's gonna use Flame Wall, that's alright. Nice! No Helios. Uh-oh. Oh, he's fine. Another Ice Bomb. Double 420. So now let's use some Zombone phase instead of having to super jump, which is dope. But here I'm going to use some Ultra Jumps, because you don't have to do that many. Ultra Jumps are actually harder than Super Jumps because, the way that Super Jumps work is that, you start off with a very, very forgiving frame window to land them. But as you go further and further, the frame window gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And it eventually caps at a 3 frame window at the 13th jump. So, Ultra Jumps are different. They cap at the 18th jump, but it's 2 frame window. So I can do 12 here super easily. Like, I don't have to worry about nothing. But if I was doing like 20, then I'd be a little bit scared. What's the difference between having Geno and Bowser use the Ice Bomb? Bowser has a Troopa Pin which boosts his attacks, including the items that he tosses. So if Geno had tossed that, it would have only done, I think 360 instead of 420. Because when Bowser's got the Troopa Pin equipped, it automatically boosts every attack he does by 1.5. So that multiplier just got added to... Oh wait, no, it would have done 280 and not 420, not 360. 360 is what a Firebomb would have done on a week with Troopa Pin. Yeah. So that's why Bowser tossed it. There's a joke in there. Why is it called the Xbox 360? Because when you see it, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that thought. These jerks just stole my star piece, now I gotta get it back. I'm gonna kill the Power Rangers! Screw those guys! So Bowser with his triple pin does 300 damage to these guys instead of 200. Oh, are you serious, dude? Are you serious, game, right now? Are you serious? Unreal. That is a very, very low percent chance of happening, and it makes this fight super duper free. What? Okay, game. Are you trying to play some cruel joke on me here? I know Sean, right? Sean knows all about my marathon freebie luck with rock candies. If y'all watch my NASA marathon run, I freebied every single rock candy except the Axum one, including one that I used by accident on the wrong fight. Okay, so that is really significant for a couple of reasons. There are 4 different ways to do this fight. No, I'm complaining about it helping me because it doesn't do this during my RTA attempts. This fight is entirely dependent on your freebies. There's 4 different strats. They all involve using the rock candy with Bowser immediately. And the way that works is, Bowser tosses a rock candy. If that freebies, you do that strat, which is super fast. You throw the rock candy that you just freebied. If you don't have a rock candy freebie, then it depends. You can do a strat either with an ice bomb, a fire bomb, or the fire bomb and an ice bomb, depending on what you have left over from the freebies you got earlier in the game. Rock candy freebie is the fastest. Fire plus ice is the next fastest. Ice only is the next fastest, but it relies on some stupid ultra jump RNG, so I just never do it. And fire only is the slowest, but is very, very safe. Freebing that rock candy is like a 25% chance, possibly lower. Double freebing the rock candy is exorbitantly low, and of course I get it in a frickin' marathon. Every single time I do a run of this game in a marathon, I get ridiculous amounts of rock candy freebies. So this next thing that I'm going to do here is kind of cool. If you remember Bowser's Cape has got 6 doors. 2 of them are puzzle doors, 2 of them are action platforming doors, and 2 of them are battle doors. I'm going to manipulate the RNG by saving and resetting and reloading the game so that I only get battle doors. I don't get battle doors, I only get puzzle and platforming doors because you only got to go through a couple of them to get through. You only gotta go through 4 doors to advance, so you can completely avoid the battle doors because they're slow, they give you too much EXP, and they waste your items. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a save here, then I'm gonna save and reset, and then I'm gonna do some precise movement through Nimbus Land, and then I'm gonna dismiss a text box on 1 of 7 perfect frames. And then I'm gonna follow a flowchart. And that'll help me get through the doors of Bowser's Castle while completely avoiding battle doors. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna make a save here in the room where right before I saw Dodo. So I'm gonna save here. And reset. So now this movement is actually not that hard. I just gotta buffer a left input. Do another left input, go left down, and left and hook around this corner and go up. Now I gotta talk to this guy. And I gotta dismiss, I gotta look for a certain audio and visual cue at the same time to dismiss the final text box on, and that will allow me to only get the good doors in Bowser's Keep. I want to give a shout out to Petty too, he's awesome. There, that's the frame I want to dismiss it on. Oh my god, to Petty with a huge donation. That's awesome. Thank you everyone who's been donating. I really like this marathon. Allie's amazing for hosting it and organizing it. And I think we can get to 2,000 if you ask me. I think we can get to 2,000. Can we get to 2,000 by the end of my run? I don't know, but it would be nice. Okay, so because I waited to dismiss that final text box, I'm going to follow a flowchart here from the Bowser doors. So depending on what door number 5 is will determine what door I do next, and so on and so forth. Duh, hello? Okay, so here's the doors. I'm going to go in door number 5 first. And door number 5 is going to be the coin box, probably. Yep, called it. Always a coin box for me. It's coin box. Always grab a multiple of 5 when you can. Okay, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that means I'm guaranteed to win. 11, 12. Whoever takes the 21st coin loses. So it's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I'm going to take 20, and now he has to take 21, and that solidifies it in my favor. How can you endorse this manipulative behavior? Because I feel like it, idiot. Okay, remember this room? Yeah, puzzle games! So next door I'm going to do is door number 4. Hey, remember like dying in this room constantly? I actually made an app you can practice this with. Okay, now door number 4. What's in door number 4? Quiz time! This is my favorite part. Game Boy? Mushroom Kingdom? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So those questions are random, but the answers are always, the answers are never shuffled. The question, you get a pool of 12 questions from a pool of 40, but the answers never change order. So it's 15. 15 barrels. I know how much Sean loves barrels. Look, Carolius made it first. I just made it for your phone. He even let me use the pictures that he used in his. 33, 35, 41, 46. Well, not all the answers were in katakana. One of them was definitely not. You are third. You're second. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next up is door number 6. Door number 6. Okay, so the final room I'm going to be going to is door number 2. Gotta remember this. Door number 2. Oh, I thought I had that. Oh well. What? Game, piss off, please. Oh my god, I hate this room so much, dude. When the game will come down again, the best triathlon luck? I don't know. Task. Fuck off, seriously. That's so dumb. Yo, triathlon manip. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I don't need any more flowers, so I'm not gonna get them. But since this is a marathon, I'll get the royal syrup. Oh god. I just realized Suki and Sean are in the same chat. I hope I don't have to do any refereeing while I'm trying to speedrun. Sean, that's actually really interesting. Okay, final room is door number 2. Oh, I didn't jump fast enough. This room sucks. What? Okay, I'm calling BS on that one. Okay, now it's time for Magic Koopa. So after all that, Magic Koopa fight's pretty easy. He's susceptible to fear, so his magic can't kill you, and then your physical attacks just kind of do him in 2 turns, because on, after the second turn is when he starts summoning stuff to protect him, so you kind of gotta kill him before he can, protect himself. There we go. Easy enough. That actually is 3 seconds faster to skip DK. I just don't know how to do it. That is a tech you can do. I just don't know it. That doesn't even have to be an incentive, that's actually optimal. I forgot how to do this room. Okay, this is another super jump boss. I gotta do 47 on him, I think? 47, something like that. Boomer, he is weak to special when he's in his red form. First I do a jump for about 250. Mario's immune to this attack, so I'm not going to bother defending. Geno gives him an attack boost. We don't need a defense boost in this fight. And Bowser just defends. He's gonna use Storm, I guess? Yeah, he's gonna use Storm, I knew it. Okay, so 47 super jumps coming right up. That should be it. That's it. Okay, so next after Boomer is Exor. The big sword that crashed into Mario's castle at the start of the game. We actually get to fight that sword, and when we beat the sword, we get absorbed into the other dimension that Smithy came from, so we're gonna fight him and take him down once and for all, and end all this nonsense. The sword works, in order to defeat the sword, you have to attack the little skull in its hilt. And that hilt is protected. There's a flag set on it that makes it immune to everything. No damage, no status effects, no nothing. You break that, you unset that flag by attacking one of the 3 parts of the face, but those parts of the face are like, they're always the same, they're not random. So you always know going into the fight which one to attack to unset that flag. So like, once you disable the part of the face that's protecting the hilt of the sword, you can actually start doing damage to it. So we start off that fight just by jumping on the left eye, and then that allows us to actually do damage to the hilt of the sword and finish the fight like a little bit faster. You'll see what I mean shortly. It's like, it's kind of complicated, but it's like not that hard of a fight. So first things first, you just do a regular jump on the left eye. So this text box here means that the protection is gone, so that means Gino can target this to do some damage. Quite a bit of damage. Imagine super jumping Exor. Elm, I'm gonna make a frickin' pear salad out of you if you don't shut the heck up. So here is where I'm gonna make my save file for the Culex fight. I always make a secondary save here that I can just resume because it's at the point where I can get the lazy shell. And it's really close to the world map. So I'm gonna... Seem like a low damage roll to me. So I'm gonna make a save here, right at the start. I don't understand that meme. I really don't get it. I don't know what that's from. I don't get the reference. Okay, so there's my Culex save. Oh, I've never seen that movie. Hey, my platforming is okay today. Maybe that's means good things for the accent section. Okay, so countdown. This fight is done. This fight can go like 4 different ways, so let's see what happens after turn 1. That's good RNG. For safety, I'm gonna double boost Mario. There's people screaming outside my apartment because it's Saturday night and I live in a complex. It's wonderful. What does Bowser do here? Rock candy? Yeah, rock candy. 4 different ways are Gino dies, Bowser dies, Gino and Bowser die, or... Okay, I guess it's only 3 different ways. Oh nice, good RNG, I can just ultra jump again. Oh yeah, or no one dies, that's the other alternative that I forget because that never seems to happen to me. No freebies on Countdown in a marathon, that's a first. Good fight. Yeah, so, nobody dies, Geno dies, Bowser dies, and Geno and Bowser die, are all the 4 different outcomes of that fight, and they all have different strats. Nobody dies is the fastest one. If both of them die, which is like a 1% chance, oh, it gets ugly. Oh, I almost got it. Oh well. Okay, fine, I'll do it the safe way. For losers. I agree, Sean. It is the best weapon ever. Right side max skip for Sean and Cypher. Repairman class. Yes, no window bubble on Bowser. We're good. We're in good shape. If Bowser gets feared, then that fight takes an extra turn. Okay, so I got a super jump the snake 64 times, which is annoying because the interval between super jumps on the snake is slightly longer than on other enemies. It's like 46 frames instead of 44. And you can feel the difference when it's like a 3-frame input window. Sean can doubt me all he wants because he taught me this game. He can say whatever he wants. Oh, whoops. I switched up the wrong guy. There. Oh my god, hold on. Sean and Kakapi know each other? That makes me really happy. How do you guys know each other? Japanese and English are about 9 minutes. You guys are ridiculous. How the heck do you guys know each other? That's like blowing my mind. Years ago, what the crap? That's blowing my mind, dude. Sean is one of my best friends in the whole wide world, and I found Kakapi's stream one day when he was playing Japanese SMRPG, and I'm like, Japanese SMRPG? I have to watch this! This is like the boss rush area. Super easy. So I'm about to do a strat on Gunyo that I've never actually done before. Super jump time, my favorite. Ow, my leg is itchy. There we go, 707. Give me a freaking rock candy. Yeah. Rip green Shovel Knight and blue Shovel Knight. Your deeds do not go unpunished. Okay, untested Gunyo strats. Let's do this. Yeah. Sleepy. Sleepy bomb. Where's my sleepy bomb? Sleepy bomb. These guys can fall asleep, which makes this fight super easy. Oh, nice freebie on the useless one, dude. Sleep, ice, defend. Ultra jump twice on Gunyo. Alright, twice on Gunyo and ice bomb. And shocker. When I say untested, I mean I've never done them before. No freebie. Okay, so I'm going to be using a firebomb on Smithy. Gonna go back and make a safety save. Okay, final boss time. You remember this final boss? He's got 2 phases. Phase 1 has 2,000 HP, Phase 2 has 8,000. So, phase number 1, there's 6 different strats for this boss depending on what you freebie during the run. So, I had a firebomb and an ice bomb going into Axons that I was about to use, but then I freebied the rock candy, didn't have to use either of them. So I used the ice bomb on Gunyoke, and I'm going to use a firebomb on Smithy. If I had a rock candy, I'd use that. If I had an ice bomb, I'd use that. If I didn't have a firebomb, I'd try to use a fright bomb, a bad mushroom, or just attack with Peach. This is another super jump boss. I usually drop jumps on this boss, but if you do, it's not like a huge deal. There's like tons of recovery strats you can do here. $214, okay. That's a good roll. So how many super jumps am I doing? I did 214 damage. So, okay, I'm doing almost 80. I think that's enough. Firebomb, where's my firebomb? There's my firebomb! Yep, right on target. That was 77 super jumps. So the reason that, like, I couldn't give an actual super jump number earlier is because, if you watch my stream, you already know this, but the way that I do super jumps is dumb. I press Y, X, A, B, Y, X, A, B in a rotation, and in my head I only count Y presses. So all my notes are written out in counts of Y presses, not actual super jumps. So if I want to tell, like, a number that would make sense in stream, I have to multiply it by 4, but, like, I don't really have the time to do that mentally. So I just figured it out now. And it's 77. So I did 77 super jumps. Final boss time! Yeah! Let's do this. This has absolutely no chance of sub 3, but it'll still be underestimate. Oh, whoops, that was bad. That puts me at like 1500, I guess? No, Sean, not doing double hundo. Always Gino. He's at about 5,000 now. D700. Do I have any possibles? No, I don't. Uh-oh. 6,900. Okay, Peach is dead. Just in case I get Dark Starred, I'm gonna use this. Two or three more hits and he's done, pretty much. Oh, here we go. Nice. Gotta do like 1,100 here. I'm gonna do 24 or so. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Oh my god, we hit 2,000. Yo, it's Penny, my dude! Shout out to the $100 donation. What does that message say? Yeah, Sean, like, I never get Red Essence in RTA attempts, but in marathons I have to for Culex. Thank you so much to Petty, you're awesome! We did it! We did it! We got the 2,000! Hit the goal, but people should still continue to donate because it's for a good cause. So this is not sub 3, but it's still underestimate, which is fine. After this, When I say it's not sub 3, it's because this game's timer ends at the end of the credits because we use JRTA timing. So the credits are gonna roll, and then when that's done, I do the Culex fight. And Culex was not factored into my estimate, so technically I'm still underestimate. But that's gonna add like another 8 to 10 minutes or so. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. I'd like to get done as fast as possible so we can stay on schedule, but we're gonna go like 5 minutes over or so because of that being included. So I hope that's not too much of a problem. Like, I originally didn't submit that estimate, but Varen asked me for it last night, and I submitted it, and then it got met the same day, so I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm doing it. I don't have to mash anymore! Oh my god, so like, I'm almost done on my runs for today. That was my 3rd one. Shoutouts to everybody in the chat for hanging out. Shoutouts to all the SMRPG people. And all the not SMRPG people. Shoutouts to my frickin' capture card dying in the middle of my run and having to swap it. So, I'm glad to be done because I have a headache, kinda. I have to send a message. This is almost GG. It won't be GG until Culex goes down. I've deserved my rest. Oh, man. But you know what? I'm kind of hungry. Like, I ate at like 4 o'clock. I ate at 4 o'clock right before Dr. Mario. I had a ham sandwich with what I think was expired meat, so I'm not feeling too good right now. And, I had cucumbers and I put cream cheese on them. That was really good. I think that was it. I should make like a salad or something. I don't know. I can't think. Ali, thank you so much for having me in the marathon. I'm more than happy to be part of it. Thank you. Thank you for accepting so many of my runs. Like, that's nuts. I'm like, oh my god, they took 3 of my runs. I swear to god, like, I've taken up 4 hours of this marathon. I hope that hasn't been too much of an issue for people. Why did I get tagged? Why am I being tagged? Okay. Expired ham. My friends and I have this stupid inside joke where we just shout bad ham in all caps at each other because one time an ebooks bot in our channel said that. Oh, thank you, Moonrose. You're a sweetheart and I love you. So, FAQ time for SMRPG. Question number 1. Why do you play the game in Japanese? The answer is because I like to avoid spoilers for people that haven't played the game yet. Question number 2. Why don't you go to Yoster Isle? Answer. Boshi is a jerk and I don't want to deal with his nonsense. Question number 3. How many star pieces are there in the game? Answer. There are 6 star pieces. Question. Where is Luigi? Answer. I don't know, chat. I need you guys to come up with an answer for that one. I didn't think far ahead enough. You guys in the chat are entirely too sweet. Thank you so much. If you have any questions about SMRPG, this is a good time to fire them at me, and I will do my best to come up with a response. Luigi's behind the building in Mushroom Town. Oh my god, you might be right! That could be him! Time for Soul. Oh my god, Sarah. is no post-game. I tried to play this RPG, but I couldn't figure out how to shot web. Okay, if you're trying to shot web, you're probably using the ROM hack that fuses, that, like, puts the DKC2 animal buddies into your party. Normally you can't shot web in this game, you have to play the ROM hack. Now, if you want to know how to shot web in that ROM hack, I have no idea because I've never played it. My favorite part of the parade is Croco ransacking Croco ransacking Bowser's castle, and then Booster stealing the stolen goods from them, as well as Bowser's clown car. Like, Lauren, I just made that up. There's no such ROM hack. Why was Bowser's victory animation changed for the American release? Well, for a real, I guess like a real answer, because in the 90s, like, that was a symbol, like, similar to sticking up the middle finger. Fun fact, Axum Red also says shit at you in Japanese. Why does Axum Red say shit? It's because, he says it when you exit phase 1 of the battle, so it means that you've taken down all 5 of the rangers, and they have to resort to using their big-ass, ship. Any advice when I start my own casual play? Oh. Talk to everyone. Like, just enjoy the game for what it is. It's a pretty easy RPG. Take time to explore the whole universe. It's really fun. It's a very well written game. There's lots and lots of detail, and there's so much hidden stuff. It's really cool. It's one of my favorite games. How does one increase their pigeonness? That strat is not recommended. When you increase your pigeonness, you start doing stupid things like running 0 to 20 idiot kills and super jumping with every face button. And jumping from Donut Lift 1 to 3 in Bowser's Keep. Like, seriously, nobody does that. How can I become a better shitposter on Pokemon Crater? Travel back in time about 10 years and go to the IRC channel. And talk to someone named Tails Prower, who is like probably the biggest shitter in the chat room. Sounds like the pitch strats are the winning strats. Is there a decent strategy for beating Boshi on Yoster Island? Yes, close your eyes. That's how I do it. I'm not kidding. I can only beat that minigame if my eyes are closed, and I win it by like a landslide. However, it's been about 2 years since I did that. Legit question, although not SMRPG really. Would you rather run this or Idiot Pills? Depends what I'm in the mood for. Suki, shut the hell up, dude. What's the next speed game for you? Probably DKC2 any % will be my next game that I learn. Either that or Orphan House 3, I haven't decided. Alright, time's coming up. Underestimate, yeah! .302, that's around where my NASA run was. Okay, well, time to do a Culex fight. What a nice game. I just tried to soft reset the Mario Land 2 way in SMRPG. Okay, let's do this. I'm not doing a timer for this. This is the incentive fight that I promised. First stop, picking up a safety item. One day, Pidge will sub 3 in Marathon. Suki, I sub 3'd in Trogathon last week. I sub 3'd in Roll and Deep Marathon. And I sub 3'd in SNES Superstars. Get on my level. Oh, whoops, I forgot to give it to him. If you didn't watch Roll and Deep Marathon, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Yeah, every marathon I've submitted this to, it's been met, and I submitted it to, No Reset Marathon, RPG Limit Break, S2CTW, Trogathon, and, this. So 5 so far. Suki, I can't believe you didn't watch Roll and Deep Marathon. You missed Sean kicking my ass in Dr. Mario. Suki, I'm pretty sure you weren't rolling too deep to to watch a marathon because you don't even have a sub 3. That doesn't sound like it rolls very deep, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now I'm gonna sell all my equips. I just put the lazy shell on Bowser. So I'm just giving Suki shit. He's one of my very good friends. Oh yeah, Moleville. So I sold all my equips, so now I have enough money in Moleville to buy a set of fireworks, and I trade the fireworks for the shiny stone. And the shiny stone unlocks the Culex fight. So in Rosetown I was just getting the lazy shell and increasing my coins so I could afford the fireworks, like guaranteed. The lazy shell is just for safety, you don't actually need it for this fight. He did watch a lot of Sean kicking my ass in Dr. Mario. Yeah, everyday banter. It's even better when Sean's around like me and Sean and Suki in the same call is just like a lot of nonsense. Actually, you know what? I am gonna save here. Alright, let's do this. So, when I warm up for a run, I actually do super jumps on Culex. That is how I get warmed up for speedruns. So I was doing super jumps on him earlier today. It should be okay. I've routed this fight to be, like, very, very, very safe. So now what I do, I'm going to Geno boost Mario to increase his super jump output. And then Bowser is gonna Red Essence Geno. And the reason that he Red Essences Geno is because on the third turn, Culex will always use Shredder to get rid of Mario's boost. So Geno stays alive long enough to be able to give him another boost if he's got the Red Essence. Because Mario's got Super Suit and Bowser's got Lazy Shells. They're basically indestructible. Geno's got Safety Ring, so all three of them are immune to elementals, but Geno will also die to a non-elemental. So I keep the Red Essence on him just to guarantee that he stays alive long enough. Like Diamond Saw, that would have killed him. Like, he'd be dead. That's a good 900 damage. So this is where Geno does some healing. Nice freebie, nerd. And Bowser has Chirpapin on, so he's gonna use Rock Candy. Oh, nice freebie, dude. So here comes Shredder. And the reason why like super jumping on Culex sucks is because he floats. And if you recall, floating enemies slightly change the interval between super jumps on each jump. So like it varies from like 44 to 46 frames between super jumps, and that's a big deal when it's only 3 frame window to begin with. So you have a really high chance of dropping at any given time. So because of my equips, like, I'm invincible to most of what the crystals can do, which is like probably the biggest problem with this fight if you're playing casually, is that the crystals will destroy you. So I've had to route my equipment to be like kind of impervious to that. So Mario's just gonna super jump, and these other two guys are either gonna be healing or tossing rock candies. Since I freebied 2 rock candies, I can go like a little longer with the rock candies. And Wind Crystal is dead. Not that that's a big deal, because Wind Crystal already can't touch my party. It pretty much only has electric elementals, and everyone is completely immune to those. Earth Crystal is like kind of the one you have to worry about, and Water Crystal too with Water Blast and Diamond Saw. Mallow is Japated. I'm down with it. Yeah, that's pretty much how you're gonna beat this boss if you're playing as a kid. Just gonna have Peach spam heals and Lazy Shell. Anyway, that's Super Mario RPG. Thanks for watching, everybody. Even though the marathon hit its goal, be sure to keep donating because it's all going towards a good cause. And next up is some oil painting, and then we have more runs after that. So don't go anywhere, enjoy the rest of the marathon, good luck to the rest of the runners. And I'll see you guys later, thanks for watching.